Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and make this video here to explain the issues with Simply Uncut the mod and why it doesn't work with Brave New World, and to go from there. Because I feel like I'm kind of repeating myself every now and then, and I just kind of put like a wall of text every single time. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to throw this video and and that will hopefully solve the problem. Okay, so let me explain what Simply Uncut basically does. What it does is it actually splices original audio and it changes it to change different and add little quests and things like that. So conceptually, it's actually pretty cool. So let me give you an example. So Emerson Brooks, we know that he voiced about these many characters. Ton of characters. And he has a lot of different lines from all these characters. So basically, what it does is it takes some of his lines and it creates new sentences. And now it's not just for Emerson Brooks. It does it for other characters like Ari Rubin, a lot of characters. So let me give you an example. This is John Baptiste's original lines, right? So it sounds like this.
One day Mama took me aside and said, "Boy, you're never going to go very far, but you're going to make a whole lot of people come up short."
Okay. Now what happens if you change the lines with a little bit of tweaking? Then it starts to sound like this.
One day Mama took me aside and said, "Boy, you're a nice person."
That completely changes what he said. It's not at all what he said at all in the game. So let me kind of illustrate what's kind of going on with Simply Uncut. These are the original lines, right? And what they do is they actually make modifications, and they have basically, effectively, a new set of lines, but it's using the old actor throughout. But the thing is, with Brave New World, which is our mod right here, we don't use the old actors. These are all of our new actors, and if somebody has a set of lines, right, and you splice this audio and you make this right here, well, our actors actually never acted those lines. So, as an example, let's go over this one right here.
One day Mama took me aside and said, "Boy, you're a nice person."
That's a line that never existed in the game. But think about it. Our actors never said this line. This line actually doesn't exist in the game. So it raises a question, how do you make both of the mods work together? And the answer is it actually can't. Because if you think about it, like let's just basically put this simply, the Simply Uncut is using the original actors. But Brave New World, which is our mod, we don't use these actors. We don't even have the same lines. So these Simply Uncut is using lines that actually don't even exist in the game. So through and through, it doesn't matter if you're like a FNV edit expert or an X edit expert or merge patches. It doesn't matter. They're actually not going to work. In fact, so this actually happened yesterday. It kind of took me a little bit by surprise. And the guy who makes Simply Uncut, he sent me a message and said, "Hey, we've got a patch for it." And I'm like, "Really? Okay, let me know what you guys do." So what they were proposing was, so let's say here's the character. What they were saying was, we're going to have it so that he has the voiced lines from our mod, and then the voice lines, the original voice lines. Effectively, right? Effectively basically having two voices to the same character. And so I told him, no, we can't do that. That's not going to work. So that's what's going on, right? Again, going back to the drawing board, this line doesn't exist in the game.
One day Mama took me aside and said, "Boy, you're a nice person."
So if that line doesn't exist in the game, how does our voice actor act those lines? It's not going to happen. And that's why that mod's not going to work with our mod. So what I would recommend is, basically you can actually, it's not that you can't do one, like people are always saying it's one or the other, but no, just, just have two save games, right? So save game 1, save game 2, and on this one you use Simply Uncut and check it out. And on another you have Brave New World and you check that out. And, but the point I'm trying to say is they don't coexist, because if you actually understand, as I was saying, these lines, they don't exist in the game.
One day Mama took me aside and said, "Boy, you're a nice person."
That line doesn't exist in the game. Our voice actors never acted that line. So how does it work? It's not going to work. That's the problem. That's why they're incompatible. It's not like you can drag over and use FNV edit and merge pad. It doesn't matter, because his mod is using the original actors. We're not using the original actors. So you cannot, right? You cannot just, have one person with two voices. We're not going to do that. That's just, everybody knows that. Nobody wants that, right? So I hope that explains things about the mod, and we'll go from there. Okay, bye.